Hey, Craftinistas, welcome back to my channel and another episode of Craftinista Sundays. I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel and then connect with me on social media. You can find me on Instagram at Rickeysha Craftinista, and I'd love for you to join my Facebook group called Crafters Plus Creators. Remember, like and subscribe, and then leave your suggestions for future tutorials in the comments. He says, I'm back with another Cricut Design Space tutorial. I'm super excited to show you how to use script fonts in Design Space. Another word for script is like cursive or handwriting. If you've ever tried to use a script font in Design Space, then you'll know that the letters don't always come connected. I know that a lot of the curriculum in schools now is no longer teaching cursive as a requirement. So I know sometimes people may not understand that a cursive font is supposed to have the letters connected. So I wanted to take some time to show you how to use a cursive font and to make the letters connect in Design Space. So this is what it looks like. This is my nickname, Kiki, Keekey. And so I'm going to use this as an example for how to use a script font in Design Space. So the name of this font is called Baking Lion, and I got it free from www.dafont.com. And so when you type it out, you'll see that it looks like this with all the letters separate. So in order to make the letters, we're going to learn how to separate letters, and then we're also going to learn about welding letters as well. So there's two different ways that you can go about connecting the letters. You can do it the easy way, or you can, if you have a lot of time to waste and you're just crafting your life away, then you can do it the longer way. So the easy way, once you type it out, you'll go up here where it says letter space, and you're going to put a negative, and then I like to start with negative 0.50, and this just shows me, see, it's almost close, so it's already almost totally connected. So I'll do negative 0.65, that's almost, so let's try negative 0.75. As you can see, the tail end of the E is still present, so I'm going to do negative 0.85. And that's, the K is a little bit further on the E than I like, so I'm going to do 0.79, maybe 0.76, 0.77. All right, so this is one way that you can make sure that the letters are touching. As you can see, all the letters are connected. You don't always, with cursive, you don't always have to connect the first letter, the capital letter. So you see that all my letters are now connected. Now, the important part about this step is you do still need to weld it, because it's going to cut as if the letters are separate. So you still want to make sure that you're selecting the whole thing, which you don't really have to do a lot to do that. You just really just have to click on it, because if you remember, it's still just the same word. So then you just make sure that it's selected, and then you'll go down here to your taskbar, and then you'll just click weld. All right, so that's one way to do it. And then I'm going to change the color so you guys will know. So the orange color is what I did when I just changed the letter spacing. So I'm going to type it out one more time, and I'm going to show you the long way to do it. Now, what I typically do is really a mix of these two methods, just because, and I'll show you in a little bit what I mean. So what you can do is you type out the word that you want to use in cursive, and then you'll go up here to your taskbar to where it says advanced, and you'll see where it says an E and an I. So you're going to click this arrow here, and you're going to click where it says ungroup to letters. So what this is going to do is it's going to separate the word as if each letter is a different layer. So you're going to click ungroup to layer, and then what you're going to do is you're going to drag all the letters to the point where you want them to connect. Now for me, what I always do is I make sure that before I hit ungroup to letters, that they're all on a line that I can just drag it across, because sometimes my eyes get a little crooked. So I want to make sure that I'm dragging the letters across that line and keeping everything straight. So everything is already on the line, so all I have to do is drag it over. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to drag the letters across to each other to where they meet in a place that I'm comfortable with. So as you can see here, now I have a little bit more control over where the letters actually connect. So I can create a little bit more space. As you can see, like with the top one, there's not a lot of space between the second E and the second K. So now that I'm doing it the manual way, I can create more space between the letters and really show the loop-de-loops in the font. So I'm just going to drag this over, keeping it straight. And then there you go. So you have it all connected. And then you have to select this. So you have to use your mouse to select the whole, all 6 letters or however many letters you have. You're going to use your mouse to select all your letters. And then you're going to use the weld. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to do it the long way. And the benefit of doing it the long way is you have a lot more control over the spacing and how the letters show up. And what I usually do is I usually use a mix of the short way and the long way. So I'll usually use the short way to get together so I don't have to drag them. And then I'll use the long way to adjust the letter spacing a little bit more, something that I'm more comfortable with. So before I do anything else, I'll type out the word that I want to make cursive, and then I'll drag it to make sure that it's actually on a line. This is going to make this step a whole lot easier for you. If the word is already on a line, it makes it easier to keep it straight. So what I'm going to do is I've typed it out. So now I'm going to go up here to the taskbar. I'm going to go under the advanced option, and then I'm going to click this down arrow here. And as you can see, the option opens up to say ungroup to letters. This is going to create separate layers for each letter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take those separate layers, we're going to drag them together so they touch, and then we're going to weld them so then they become one cut. So first we're going to ungroup to letters. So you see that now they're all letters that I can drag. I can move around if I want. I can even make them bigger or smaller. You can make any adjustments. So that's one of the benefits of using this way, is that you have a little bit more control over the script actually looks. So then you can drag it. The key here is to make sure that the tails are covered and that they're connected, because the whole point of a script font is for all your letters to be connected. Outside of the first letter, the whole point is that your font and your word is supposed to be like it was one long stroke. All right, so I've dragged the letters where I want them. I've double checked to make sure that they're all straight and that they're all on the line. I'll move the E a little bit, move this E a little bit. What I do like to do is to just zoom in just to double check, because sometimes those tails can be tricky. So I'm going to zoom in just to make sure. Okay, I'm happy. So next I'm going to take my mouse and I'm going to left click it and drag the selector tool over the entire word, and then I'm going to weld it. All right, so as you can see, this is now a cursive word. It's now one word, it's now one cut, and that's it. So now you have this as a cursive. That's another method. And then just for fun, I'll show you guys how I really do my cursive font. So then I'll make this a different color. All right, so this one's black. You got red for the long way, orange for the short way. And now this is the way that I'll do it typically on a day-to-day basis. What I'll do is I'll go up, I'll
edit the letter spacing. Since I know it's typically going to be like 70, I'll do 69. All right, so now I don't have to drag and drop it that much. And then I'll still click Advanced, Ungroup to Letters, first making sure that it's all on the same line, making it easy for me to line it up. Ungroup it to Letters, drag and drop, drag and drop it, drag and drop the K, making sure that I'm covering up the tails like I did before. You're going to drag and drop it and making sure that you're dragging it as straight as you can and keeping it lined up on that line that you had it on before so that you can maintain the integrity and the look of your cursive font. All right, so then drag and drop everything straight on my line. Now I'm going to select it all again and I'm going to click Weld. All right, so that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and save my project. This is my cursive nickname. You can choose to make it public. I'm not. I'll save it as my cursive nickname. Then you can size it and according to whatever project you're going to make, and then go ahead and click Make It, and you're done. That is how you create script fonts in Design Space. I hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Leave comments down below about other Design Space techniques you want to learn or any other crafting tutorials that you'd like to see me do. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.